Really big 3 points for us, quite dramatic in terms of circumstances in getting over the line. Didn't start particularly well in that game, a little bit of a slow start, kind of went a goal down quite early. Maybe took us 20 minutes or so to really get a foothold in the game. The penalty was important for us to go in level at half time, and then I really felt that second half we kind of controlled the game really. I don't think Alex has really had a say to make until obviously we conceded the goal towards the end. But really good goal by Cody, his first for us, and something that we wanted him to do for a while, which is get on the score sheet. Had a really good impact from the bench, but then like I say, to concede the equaliser 92nd minute, whatever it was, at that time was disappointing. And you don't get that third goal earlier, you're always going to be liable to concede a goal from a set piece late in the game. But delighted by the way that we responded. Joe, but good impact off the bench, and then Luca, he's been doing that all season for us and showed his quality in a great goal at the end. And so look, it was a game that we knew was going to be tough. There was no complacency on our side. Different kind of expectation, needing to go there and get a result, which maybe hasn't always been the case for us. Great response for the lads towards the end of that game. Good resilience shown, and it's a great feeling when you go and get a last minute winner. But I'd rather us be in situations where we can control games a little bit better than that. But maybe that's the next step. So maybe a bit of a football cliche, game of two halves really. I thought first 45 minutes, and particularly the opening half an hour, I thought we were excellent. Got control of the game, played patient but created opportunities. Didn't quite take them on this occasion, and that felt a little bit similar to maybe where we were early in the season, where we had good control in games and were playing good football but maybe not taking opportunities. Once we did, and in the games that we've done recently and started taking them, that we found that had been obviously a lot easier by getting in front in games. And so on this occasion we didn't do that, and then in the second half, maybe as we expected, they stepped it up a gear, and we didn't quite respond to that as I'd wanted us to, and conceded a couple of disappointing goals. Look, I was still pleased with the effort, and look, we got minutes into players that hadn't played or started games for a long time. And there were some really positives in terms of our play, but it was just a good reminder for us that we're not a finished article, and that the levels that we want to reach as a team, as a football club, we've got a long way to go yet. But there were real positives there, and I thought we put a good account of ourselves. We just need to make sure that we do that for longer periods of games against that type of opposition. Yeah, so no comings or goings really this week, but we've got a lot of players kind of that are on the injury table. There's probably 8 or 9 that are kind of going to be seeing kind of either assessments to either whether they can return to training or have picked up knocks between either Saturday or Tuesday's games. So, we've got Luca, who we're not sure about. He took a knock on Tuesday night. We've got some other lads as well that are kind of going to be 50-50 going into the weekend. So it's a big session for us tonight really, in terms of seeing who can make it through the training session and coming back to fitness. And then we've got some lads who need assessment by our medical team. So that's really where the squad is. We're probably not going to know until in the morning really what we've got, but it's a sign of the depth that we've got now, that as much as I want everyone to be fit and ready to be able to play, I'm confident that if we do need to make some changes in areas, we've got lads who can come in and fill those positions. Yeah, so the first kind of league game that we've played against a team that we've already played, we went across there at the end of July, second game of the season. Lost I think 3-0 at the time, 2-0, I can't remember exactly what it was, but we weren't the same team as we are now. We've obviously got quite a few different players. We've evolved as a team as well, and a lot of those players that are still with us who played then have kind of grown and kind of playing with more confidence now, and kind of an understanding of how we want to play, and just matured really as the season's gone along. But we know we're going to be in for a really tough game. They started the season fantastic. They're a really tough physical side. We know that they're going to be, they've got experience, so we're going to need to know that they're going to be able to manage a game, and they've got good quality, so it's going to be about us though. I'm really conscious that we haven't still got that league win at home. We haven't played too many league games at home recently, to be honest, but the last time out at home was Cockfosters, and whilst we didn't get a win, we had a good positive performance and a point. So look, we know that we're going to be in for a really tough game, and I'm confident that what we've got, we can go and get a result. But if we're anything below the kind of the standard that's needed, we'll find it really tough against a good Winslow side.